So this is pretty much for Mr. Laurin, yeah. So I guess, may I know that is there any maximum age and a minimum education level for to apply the Canada SUV? Maybe you can unmute. Sorry. Yeah.
Contrary to most immigration program, there's no such limitation for startup visa program. So we came across excellent profile of high school diploma holder who developed very innovative business idea, and there's no age to come up with innovative idea either. The requirement is whether the client can have a certain level of English or French, and that's it. After that, it's about whether one of our partner designated organization likes the idea.
Okay, so everyone can join, yes. So it's open for everyone actually, including if let's say the minimum requirement is the high school diploma, yeah, something like that.
I would not even say that, but of course, you know, you have a lot of high school dropout that created a billion-dollar companies. But of course, we will be asking the client to pitch the idea at one point to the designated organization. So if the level of education is too low, it might be a challenge for the client to do the pitch.
Okay, that's cool. And then what about the level of SUV you recommended to apply for this program? The level of startup visa? Yeah, I mean, on what stage maybe? Yeah.
Early stage company, idea stage company are accepted. So there's no minimum level.
Okay, so everyone could be accepted, yeah. Okay, and then is there any other kind of startup business suitable for this SUV programs? Like you have suggestions or recommendations, like only relating with the technology or with the finance or with the biotechnologies, or any suggestion, or open for everything?
75% of the applicants are in the field of technology in a larger sense, 25% manufacturing. We are partnered with an incubator in China, in Shenzhen, to also help our client to maybe take a rough idea to and make it better. So this is a service that our client.
Okay.
Basically, as long as the idea is innovative, it can be acceptable.
Okay, so yeah, because due to the fact that we are on the industry 4.0, so yeah, maybe technology has a very high demand and maybe everyone need that nowadays. Yeah, but don't worry, if you are not a part of technology, maybe you can add on the technology itself, yeah, even though you are not under the technologies, right? Okay, right. Cool. And then what is the cost component for that program? Any?
Well, we'll let you discuss with Georgina if you are interested to apply. It's quite affordable. It's one of the cheapest business migration program for Canada. So for this, if you are interested to know more about the SUV program, I would suggest to organize a one-on-one meeting with Georgina to discuss those aspects.
Okay. So maybe for now, you've got a this pandemic discount.
And we also provide the substantial discount if we have more than one client with a business idea. So we have a team that wants to develop an idea together in Canada. Will of course give discount on the processing.
Okay, cool. And then what is the overall time range between the document submissions until the PR approval, like the duration from the first stage until?
It's safe to say between a year and 2 years, depending on the client, depending on the incubator. So yeah, that would be a reasonable time frame.
So we have to be prepared, yeah. We have to prepare for that, yeah. I mean, between 1 until 2 years, yeah. So it how about the number of the percentage of the acceptance? Like any specific number of or of acceptance, or
Close
or
to 80%. So it's a pretty high success rate when compared to other programs.
okay, cool. Okay, so pretty much a very high opportunity, I guess. Okay, and then who does the training and incubations? How long will it take and for the training and also incubations? Who does the training? I mean, who?
Depending on the incubator. So we have a relationship with a number of designated incubator, registered incubator in Canada, and they all offer different type of duration for the incubation. Goes from 4 months to 18 months to a continuous incubation until the PR. So it really depends on which incubator will support the project of the client. As far as we're concerned, the price is the same for each incubator, but in terms of the service provided by the incubator, it goes between 4 months to 18 months to 2 years sometimes.
Okay, so don't worry, yeah, you've got a very strong connections, yeah, because you've been here since 15 years, yeah.
25.
Oh, 25. Sorry, yeah, 25. Oh gosh.
Not me personally, but my firm.
Yeah. So pretty much an expert. So this is the right guy. Okay, and then can we do the training and incubations via online?
Yes. Before the incubator issues the letter of support, everything takes place online. So the client only needs to go to Canada once he gets the letter of support, and he can go either on a work permit to work on his idea, or he goes there on once he receives his permanent residency up to him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe this is the only options, yeah, by online for now, I guess. Yeah, I mean it's safer for everyone, I guess, and it's the more affordable. And then, what is the relations between letter of support and the PR applications? Any relation?
The letter of support is an essential document to put in your PR application. So in order for you to be able to submit your PR application, you first need to be supported by a designated organization. I've shown you the list earlier. So you can go online, you can find that list. This is public information. And we need to submit the case to one of those incubators.
Okay, cool. Okay, how about let's say this is just my idea. If let's say me as myself had the connections like outside of the SUP regarding the company from Canada, and then I've got the letters of recommendation. Is it also helping me to be accepted, or?
Well, the document is very specific. It's called a letter of support, and you need to go through a specific process to get it through the incubators or venture capital. If you can do it on your own, of course. However, most clients will find it a little bit difficult because each designated organization have different requirements. So we provide the advantage of knowing those requirements and try our best to put the clients to fit the client with the best incubator according to the individual circumstance.
Okay, cool. Okay, could you give me some examples of the candidates failure in obtaining the letter of support? So maybe you've got the I don't know, like the bad experience regarding the failure of the obtaining letter of support, and maybe how to overcome that situation.
We don't have much failure at this stage, frankly, because we are doing the first filter. So we will not accept a client if we know already that they will not fulfill the conditions of the incubator. But a client will fail to get the letter of support if they are not active. This is an active program. So we are looking to recruit clients that wishes to get involved in the development of the business idea. So of course, if they don't show up to the online training, or if they are proposed assignments by the incubator to improve the business idea, and the client just doesn't do anything, no one will be surprised that there would be no letter of support.
I get a point now. Okay, okay. Could you give me an example of the startup business that had made it successfully into Canada? Maybe do you have any success story?
Well, there
Yeah,
are
maybe you can share.
hundreds and hundreds of startup entrepreneurs that got the visa with the startup visa program already. So this is it's a new program, but it's quite well run, and conditions are quite clear. So we have clients that are in the fintech industry, so they provided payment application. We have clients that are in the indoor gardening business. We have clients that are in the sleep science. So it's pretty general, actually. We have one that came up with a cooking app. So I mean, it's difficult to pinpoint a specific industry. We're pretty agnostic with that regard, as long as it's innovative and as long as they get the support from the incubator. We don't say no to any type of industry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so pretty much any sectors, yeah. I mean, because you mentioned about technologies and then manufacturers and then even food and beverage, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So pretty much open, yeah.
It's all about whether the idea is linked with the experience of the client. If the client has an experience in one industry and he come up with an idea from a complete different industry, has no experience doing that, either he's forming a team with people who knows what they're talking about, or he's trying to find an idea that is more linked with his business experience or a past working experience.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then another question is, does Canadian government has a special budget to support the SUP business?
The budget, well, they don't subsidize the SUV applicant. It has to be self-funded, but the Canadian government has an envelope quotas of about 1,500 cases per year with this program. It would be the high range. So there's still a lot of space, because last year there were about 800 cases submitted, and they are in position to accept up to 1,500. So just shy of half of the cases.
Okay, cool. And then what will happen if the startup business is closed down as the founder decided not to continue? Will he lose the PR? If let's say they've got a PR and then he loses.
The success of the business is not a condition for the PR. The Canadian government is quite clear about that. So that is one thing. Of course, we expect the client to try his best to work on the business idea up until the moment he lands in Canada with his PR visa. We would be quite surprised if the client, because this is quite a quick process, we'd be quite surprised if the client decide to shut down the business before he gets his PR. It's not.
Okay, cool. So is there any minimum stay in Canada to maintain the PR?
To maintain the PR, you need to be in Canada 2 years every 5 years. So it's pretty light requirement. It's not continuous. So most of the time, the kids will go to school in Canada. They will quickly reach citizenship, as well as the spouse. And if the main applicant needs to go back and forth between Asia and North America, then it may take more time for the person to get the PR.
Oh, okay, cool. So 2 until 5 years, yeah. So it's pretty much clear everything. So yeah, I guess it's almost finished. So if you guys want to know about the anything regarding this SUV, the startup visa program, you can contact Miss Georgina. And let me repeat it again, yeah. Let me share to you the contact of Miss Georgina to the Zoom group chat. Here you go.
In the meantime, Mahesa maybe can add a little bit. So basically, that's why one of the reasons we don't disclose the cost here is because it's different. It's quite a different cost if you start from zero, you have no startup, comparing to, let's say you have already had a startup and you have already have a most viable product, MVP. So that's a big difference, because if you haven't got a startup, then you need someone to develop together with you. You know, you need a consultant to develop the startup with you. So that's another cost. That's why, you know. So we need to see at what stage your startup is before we can determine the price. Yeah, something like that. Also, one more, the good thing about startup visa program is that you can apply for more than one person under one startup. So that's the main difference. The difference between startup visa program comparing to other PR, permanent resident business application.
Okay, cool.
You can apply up to 5
Right.
persons. It means if you have a family, then it's up to 5 families, of course.
Oh, okay. So
under one startup.
Oh, okay. So it must be under one company, yeah? One company?
Yes, yes, under one startup. That's the difference between Canada startup visa and the other programs.
And also their families, yeah?
Yes, and then, and the family included.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yes.
So it's maybe their husband or their wife and their children is included, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say for example, me, Georgina, and then Miss Laurin and Mr. Apple and Emlyn, let's say. So we are 5, and then we've got families, and then they also got it. Something like that?
Yes, but they can also explain a little bit, what is allowed and not allowed if you have more than one person. So maybe you can add something.
Sorry.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I missed the last part.
Yeah, so you can explain a little bit whether, if let's say there are more than one person, what is the condition? For example, they should all have a certain role in the startup. It's not like, I'm just piggybacking, just piggyback. You cannot do that. Maybe you can have a better explanation.
This is to be avoided, definitely the piggyback, because this should, each startup visa applicant should contribute. So first of all, you can accept up to 5 funders, we call them funders of the startup. Each one, they don't need to be essential, but they need to participate with their knowledge, with their money to the development of the startup. So that's one thing. And each one of them, of the 5, up to 5, can then bring their family members, spouse, and children under the age of 22 years old.
Okay, cool. Okay. I guess it's pretty much everything for today. And I guess before we end up this webinar, I would like to say thank you so much for everyone, especially for the speakers, Ms. Georgina and then Mr. Laurin and also Raffles, to join us as the speakers, and also the participants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Do you have any closing statement before we end up this webinar? Maybe start from you, Raffles. Closing statement?
No, it's fine. But if anything, anyone who are interested with finding technology or promoting technology, especially to worldwide, feel free to check out with me. Okay.
Yeah, I already sent the your contact number, your WhatsApp number, Raffles. Okay,
right.
Cool.
Or
okay,
you can contact Mahesa also.
Yeah, you can also ask me, don't worry. And then also, do you have any closing statement, Ms. Georgina, regarding this?
Yes, so if you're interested to know more about this Canada startup visa, then you can contact me. Previously there are some people already contacted me as well and have a little discussion. Anyway, just feel free to contact me and then we can discuss further.
Okay, thank you so much. And don't forget that there's a referral voucher for 5 million, that I mentioned earlier. If you just tax, I've got it from the Connext, so you're gonna get a voucher. So if you think that there's someone who are eligible to join this, you can just send it to me and to Miss Georgina. And then last but not least, Mr. Laurin, do you have any closing statement?
Well, definitely, Canada has always been a very attractive destination for people from all over the world, particularly Indonesia. 300,000 people are migrating to Canada every year. This is an immigration destination, that's for sure. And the advantage of the startup visa program is that it allows the client to have its own company because one of the challenge of an immigrant is what to do, when you arrive in the country. So the startup visa program is very attractive for that. So anyway, Georgina is there. She's very knowledgeable. If ever you want to organize one-on-one meeting with the lawyer of our firm, we can arrange that as well.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So maybe I'll see you on the next webinar sessions. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, have a nice day.
Yes.
You too.